Hi, kids. You ready for some more Half-Life? Hello, Wide Wade. Let's get chat going. I'll start in a bit. See if the lighting's good. Yeah, we love the Wii Shop music. You can listen to it forever. That's why Nintendo made it like that. Get the camera down a little bit more. Rap remix of this song? No. Should I put that on? Let's see what we got. Okay. Wii Shop Music Trap Remix. Let's see what we got. Let's go. Oh! Oh! Alright. I fuck with this. Let's go. Good shout on that. This shit go. I might use this from now on as the getting ready music. I like that. Do I even need this light on? Yeah, probably. Oh, too bright. Alright, let me get chat going over here. Twitch.tv/NewBlood. I got my little iPad with the little keep chat popped out. Camera makes me look a bit red. No, that's because I've been outside fucking mowing my lawns. That's the color I am. My skin tone is old white man what does yard work. Alright, let me pop out chat. Boom. Yeah, my lawns are kind of fucked right now. I mean, they're doing okay, but summer's coming. I didn't fertilize them enough, and I wasn't home a bunch of the year, and whatever. I don't want to talk about my lawns. Could be better. Could be worse. I'm kind of fucking red, hey? Red today, tan tomorrow. That's what the... Shit goes hard. I also put on, I got the big light for when I do like actual important shit. That's the good lighting. Hey, how we doing? But I don't know how streamers do like have that all the time. Like that lighting is lovely, but then I have to watch this fucking light in my face while I play games. Like it's nice for when I'm shooting like an interview, but like what I don't want, I can't, like, yeah, playing a game with the sun in my face, like, hey, how's it going? Just gonna pretend this giant fucking light's not here. I don't know, I can't do it. Oh yeah, Saul's back there doing stuff. Anyway, so that's the big light, but we're not using that because I can't be fucked. Alright, let me, shit, let's get Half-Life going. We're still working on the Gloomwood Hive. We were trying to get it out yesterday. We're trying to get it out today. Maybe we'll get it out tomorrow. We'll see how we go. Is my audio good? Sorry, wide wait. Yeah, I know it's late. It's like 11. It's almost midnight in LA, which make it like 3 in the morning in New York. And then, I don't know. I guess this time is good for Europeans. I wanted to stream earlier, but I was doing that. Running errands, going to the gym, doing stuff. But yeah, we're up to Highway 17. So for those of you who haven't tuned in, I also added some more mods since last time, and I don't remember what. So it should be a good time. But yeah, Highway 17 is like my favorite chapter, so I'm very excited to get there. Alright, let me do a tweet, and then we'll get on the way. What mods do I have? A bunch of really stupid ones. No good ones. But you'll see. Night wide, Wade. Good luck with your programming classes. Cruising USA. What up, Gravy? Alright, I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be right back. Ugh. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, let's go. Usually I don't start till we get like 50 people, but I started late and it's fucking late, so whatever. Yo, come on! Oh shit, what up? Alright, let's hit it. Half-Life 2. What up, Super Hobbit? The Wii Shop remix. Trap remix goes hard. What up, Drake? What up, Xbox? Alright. Let's go. Alright, we're up to Highway 17. So for those of you who haven't been to the last two streams, we are doing the dev commentary. We're stopping to listen to the nodes. I've got a bunch of weird fucking mods that I don't remember. You'll know when you see them. I just installed a bunch of shit from the workshop. I don't remember because I only do this once a week. So let's see how we do. Let's get going. All right. Unfortunately, I got to stop the Wii Shop trap mix. Let's go. Highway 17. This is my favorite chapter. Like, I've talked about it before. I love the get on, get off gameplay. All right, you're loud. Love that fucking rifle. All right, how's my sound? How's the audio mix? We good? Me, game. We good, chat? Sound good? Game's a bit loud, or just the fucking combine rifle? Because that thing is always loud. Doesn't matter what. If I can turn the game down a little bit, what do you think? Game still too loud or what? The combine rifle's always loud, man. I can turn it down a little bit, I guess. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, cool. Alright, let's get going with these notes.
Buggy model.
Shut up, I'll get in the car when I want to.
The buggy's model went through many iterations before reaching its final version. We cycled through designs that satisfied both our artistic and physics simulation needs, but then hit an unexpected issue. Many playtesters, even experienced FPS players, were getting motion sick while driving it. Along with some simulation tweaks, we discovered that altering the buggy model helped. The more the model obscured the world, the worse the motion sickness became. So we began stripping away parts of the model, removing more and more of the body until players stopped feeling sick. In particular, being able to see the ground through the missing undercarriage made a noticeable difference.
Yeah, oh, and remember, do not subscribe. We don't want your money. We're New Blood, but do follow. Try to get to 50,000 followers for absolutely no reason. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's... Nowadays, you would know, like, the more you keep someone's head, like, in a cone while bouncing around, you're gonna get motion sick. So by opening it up, that obviously cured the motion sickness. But, like, this is 2004, before, like, Oculus Rift and, you know, VR took off. So, like, there weren't best practices yet for not making people motion sick inside of a moving vehicle. So, yeah, it's funny that they figured that out while developing. What else we got?
Buggy introduction. We wanted something more engaging for the buggy's introduction than just having the player hop in and drive away. The crane helped with that. Crucially, we needed players to know how to recline the buggy when it flips over, and this sequence forced them into that situation. Training under pressure is always tricky. We wanted to emphasize the antlion infestation as the reason to stay inside the buggy. So we kept the antlion threat active and provided a couple of citizens on mounted guns for support. A small bonus, players also get the experience of being lifted by the crane just before they'll get to operate one.
Yeah.
Good, here we go.
Here we go. Highway 17. I love this chapter. I'm not sure what mods are going to pop up while I'm doing this, but you'll know when you see them. As far as gameplay mods, like I say every time, we're not using like S-Mod or N-Mod or anything like that. No visual mods. It's completely vanilla, but with everything cranked up. Because Half-Life 2 doesn't need any fucking mods. It's perfect as is.
Magnet's failing. Hold on. Sorry, dog.
Oh, shit. Sorry! Flip the buggy! Flip! Flip! Do I have to flip the buggy? I forget. I swear I was able to flip the buggy, or does she do it?
Car up, right? Get the hell out of here. Get that car up, right? Get the hell out of here.
Do I flip it? I forget.
Training course. This
What?
training section
Oh, there's a
is designed
thing
to let
there.
the player play around with their buggy. At the time Half-Life 2 was released, this level of physical simulation of the vehicle was novel, so we wanted to give players ample opportunity to experiment with it. The player has also just left the tight confines of Ravenholm, and we liked giving him the contrast and reward
on,
of
flip.
being able to move quickly through
Flip.
a large space, feeling
Flip!
safe
What?
inside a vehicle.
Alright.
We made sure to require a turbo jump to get out of this area.
Fuck it, we ball! Oh, Gordon. My podcast with David and Andrew got to Half-Life. Wow, really? That was a long time ago, man. We haven't done a podcast in forever, just because like the time zones don't work out. We're all busy, and also we really just don't give a fuck. You don't need to know our thoughts about everything. We don't even care about our thoughts about everything. But occasionally I'll do stuff like this. This is now the second time I've streamed Half-Life 2 in 2 years. The only game I ever stream is Half-Life 2. So every time they update Half-Life 2 is when I stream. That's go. Alright, where we go? Yo! Come here. Oh, alright, that was gonna get you. Oh, music. We gotta turn that music up. Oh. Getting out on the highway. That's not the way to go. 69 health, as God intended. Here we go, onto the highway. So like I've talked about a lot, I love the get off, get on gameplay of Highway 17. I even like on a rail for the most part, because I'm a fucking psychopath.
Buggy physics.
Buggy
The
physics.
physics for a buggy took a lot of trial and error. We wanted it to feel fast, even though its top speed was only about 35 miles an hour. So we had to do some cheating to make it work. We added extra vertical force to the turbo jump and a bit of kick to the rear when using the handbrake to power slide. Without those, the low speed meant the buggy just wasn't fun to drive. On top of that, the world was full of unpredictable physics system-driven chaos. Players were bound to drive the buggy into all kinds of collisions, so we had to make sure that they could always get out. This took a lot of experimenting and playtesting. In the end, we settled on a pretty goofy, unrealistic simulation that made the buggy more forgiving and harder to flip. Its center of gravity is super low, and the wheels, while they look like they turn a lot, actually don't. It was our first attempt at a physically simulated vehicle, and we learned a ton from it. Thanks to that, we were able to make the muscle car in Episode 2 much easier to drive.
Gotta get them landing catches. And no, we're not doing Little Rocket Man. I did that on the last stream 2 years ago, and I actually got that achievement. Proudest achievement of my life was carrying that fucking gnome all the way to the rocket. Oh, we got another node.
Transition tunnels. Building the coast required us to develop a way to handle level transitions. To move from one level to another, we need to save everything in the transition space as the player leaves the first level and restored in the next level after loading. Critically, we also have to save and restore everything visible to the player in the transition area, even if it lies outside the space itself. For this reason, we aim to keep transition spaces as small and enclosed as possible. In most of the game, a small room works well for this purpose, but on the coast, we needed a different solution. After some experimentation, we settled on dark tunnels. Besides being reusable in a believable way, the tunnels allowed us to add a bright light flare at the end to mask the fact that we can't render what's ahead of the player, because it exists in an entirely different level.
Yeah, I mean, that's obvious. I mean, it's a good way to do it, and it works. Can you guys hear the commentary okay? Is it loud enough? Let's go! Go towards the light, Dr. Freeman. Oh shit! Or it in. Alright, we're good. Yeah, having the subtitles on is nice. On the road again. Can't wait to get on the road again. There's fucking ant lions and all other kinds of shit. One of these ant lions, stompy stomps.
Dumpers. Whenever possible, there's a lot of value in players feeling like they figured something out on their own. It makes the world feel more alive, rather than just a series of gameplay elements lined up for the player. If we can accept the risk that some percentage of players might miss an element entirely, we can take a more subtle approach. We took this approach with Dumpers, designing setups the players are likely to encounter, but aren't forced to engage with. There are plenty of visual and audio cues, as well as ant-line reactions, to help the player understand what's happening. It doesn't guarantee all players will figure it out, but playtesting showed that most did.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, it's like, I love how every commentary note is like, we really wanted the players to notice this thing, but we couldn't force them to, which modern AAA games will just force you to see a thing, because God forbid you miss anything. But yeah, it's super obvious. You come up to this thing, you're like, alright, it's banging the ground, and that's clearly stopping the antlions from getting closer. Okay, now I know what this thing does. Neat.
Antlions. With the player driving the buggy throughout the coast, we needed a pervasive enemy that could justifiably appear anywhere and act as a constant threat to keep the player in or near their buggy. Antlions spawning from the sand were the perfect solution. Their high mobility allowed them to keep up with the buggy for short bursts, unlike our humanoid enemies. Plus, they were very satisfying to run over.
They do be satisfying to run over.
Coast. We wanted a wide open section of the game for the buggy, but we still needed a way to constrain the player's movement. Choosing a coastline gave us a natural boundary along one side of the map while still feeling open and expansive. It also helped visualize the effects of the Combine's extraction of Earth resources. Playtesters still tried to swim out to sea, so we added leeches to deter them. The leeches couldn't be a real avoidable enemy that players felt they could fight, so they're a bit magical. Players generally understood that they were pushing the game's boundaries, so we didn't overdevelop them.
Grenade House. A lot of a Half-Life game is about giving players slightly novel combat experiences around each corner, even if they're just small tweaks on previous ones. They don't all have to be skill-based challenges. Sometimes they can just be fun moments where the player gets to enjoy themselves. This Grenade House is one of those moments, with the twist being that we've inverted the usual setup. Instead of letting the player drop grenades on enemies below, we've put the enemies above. The unlimited grenade box is a somewhat clumsy way to encourage players to engage with the scenario, but its invulnerability also ensures the players can still climb up to the floor above, even if they've blown up everything else.
Always fun to do things. Anything in there? What over there? Oops, wrong way. Could have opened the door, right? Yep. I'm so good at platforming. Alright, I get everybody? Y'all dead? Oh, shit! Motherfucker!
Toxin levels detected. Automatic medical systems engaged. Morphine administered.
Morphine administered. Retreat. Thanks, Stream Elements. You're only a half hour late.
Buggy sound design. The sound design for the buggy was based on samples from an old 1968 Camaro. And we chose that car because they have these amazing V8 engines with just huge pistons. And there's not really another sound like it. It has this sort of gutsy, visceral sound that we were looking for. The transmission also has this really wonderful mechanical whine when it stops accelerating. And that combination felt really responsive within this basically binary input system that we had to work with. So the fake engine transmission wasn't modeled after a real-world car. Instead, it was just designed as a simple system to reward the player for holding down the accelerator. So it's like a looping escalator that produces a rising tone, constantly building tension and shifting gears whenever the tone needs to restart. And since the player would quickly run out of space in our relatively small maps, the goal was just to make accelerating fun for a short period of time.
Yeah, it do be like that. You shouldn't be getting any closer, you So, what are you barking at? Was I a tau cannon or a glue-on gun kind of guy? I like the glue gun in Prey. It was cool to make little bridges and stuff. You could kind of like, it was so janky, but it just happened to work. Man, I love Prey. What a great game that nobody bought. Good job, Bethesda.
In some of the earliest design work for the game, we had plans for multiple core alien races, with the Combine being just one of them. One of the other races was a religious insectoid species, and antlions were part of that. Later, as we developed Coast, we started viewing them more as pests that came through the Zen portals, along with headcrabs and other creatures. While they aren't actually from Zen, they infest the corners of any world they enter, a lot like cockroaches.
Interesting. Yeah, I always thought of the Combine, I never really understood. Oh, look at that, you get some... It's like, I would never, like, why are the Combine humanoid? Why are we in Eastern Europe?
Open world loot. The openness of Coast introduced a new problem for us in how we distributed item rewards. In a Half-Life game, we typically reward players for exploring. If you see the way forward but notice something off to the side, there's probably something useful if you take the time to search. When we first started playtesting our Coast maps, we tucked rewards away in the corners of the outdoor areas. However, this led to a worse experience with the buggy. The wide open spaces meant there were always lots of small areas that looked like they might contain something, and players kept stopping and getting out of the buggy to search. It became tedious and interrupted the fun of the level. So, we removed those scattered rewards, but this raised a new problem. How do we tell the player when it's worth getting out of the buggy? After some thought, we established a rule. Any kind of human construction would always come with gameplay content and exploration rewards, while purely natural areas would be left empty. We couldn't tell players this directly, but it aligned well with their natural assumptions, and we reinforced it consistently with areas like this.
Yeah, I mean, like, so if I see a house and, like, I think there's gonna be stuff in there, but if I see, like, that rock formation over there, I'm not gonna be like, ooh, I need to drive over there, I wonder if there's, like, some stuff over there, because I just would never think there'd be some stuff over there, like, but if I'd see this, I'm like, yes. Because Half-Life never hides crap. It's not like it's not the kind of game where it's got secrets, like, buried under rocks and shit like that. I would never look and be like, somebody must have hid something there. So, yeah, they were right in their assumptions.
In one memorable Coast playtest, a player returned to their vehicle after exploring a house and happened to see a bird flying past. They yelled at the bird, telling it to stay away from their buggy, complaining that birds often foul up their cars in real life. In our post-playtest discussion, we realized that this was the first time we'd had objects separate from the player that the player actually cared about. We saw it as an opportunity to explore, so we built a system to deliver the moment that playtesters feared. When the player leaves their buggy alone for a while and is out of sight, we spawn a seagull at a random location on the vehicle frame. As time goes on, the seagull spawns poop decals on the car body beneath it and continues until the player returns, at which point it flies away. Naturally, playtesters wanted to be able to clean their vehicle, so we added the ability to wash the car by driving it into shallow water. It was late enough in development that we already had the tech for all of this, so the feature was quick to implement. It's one of those cases where we know only a small percentage of players will discover it. But if we can implement these kind of details efficiently and have enough of them, most players will encounter at least one.
That's amazing. I never knew that. So yeah, look, there was a seagull on my car when I came back, and it pooped. Now that's what we call immersion. And you can wash your car. And except oh shit. You're drowning. Other way. Alright, fuck it. Guess we're doing this now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on! Do it! Do it! Come on! Come on! Yo! The Half-Life 2 experience. Alright, get back in the goddamn buggy, bro. Whoa! What is that? Seagull poop. Seagull poop. Oh, we got a Wilhelm. That's one of the mods. I forgot we had that. Come here.
Boathouse. In Half-Life 1, we discovered we could get a lot of value from scenarios where different AI enemies fight each other. It's fun for players to watch them engage, and it's much easier to observe enemy behavior when you're not the one that's being threatened. This first encounter between antlions and Combine soldiers is designed to be a fun opportunity to ram something with the buggy, but it also serves to highlight the thumper. By seeing the soldiers use the thumper to hold off antlions, we hope more players would come to understand its purpose. We liked how the soldiers demonstrated the value of staying near the thumper while engaging with the antlions.
You do be doing that. Anything on the boat? I don't remember.
Gordon Freeman!
Me! Hello!
Hurry, get in the basement. We're expecting gunships at any moment.
Ah,
Colonel
no.
Cobbage will be glad to see you made it. Get in the basement. We're making sure everyone has what they need to hold off an attack.
Well, I need a rocket launcher. Give me a second. I think it was an influence on Dear Esther. I mean, Dear Esther just really feels like Half-Life 2 without enemies, to be honest. What else we got here? Where do you... I guess you get the rocket launcher in the basement. I was like, I haven't played this in 4 years. God, it's been 4 years. I come up here now. Hi.
I'd get into the basement if I were you. We're bracing for an attack.
Yeah, well.
Combine gunship. The gunship was an interesting problem. We had a helicopter flight model already and didn't really have time to build something completely new. So we tuned the helicopter's flight model until it felt different enough, and then derived the gunship's organic animation state from the values coming out of that simulation. We also tried to keep it as truthful as possible. For example, there's a limit as how much it can turn its head to aim its cannon, and if it needs to aim beyond that, it has to alter its flight path to bring the camera around to bear. It's not allowed to just cheat. The other key feature was its engine sound. We have sound spatialization, so the player can tell roughly where it is, but the gunship is a fast-moving object, and it's up in the air, away from any nearby reference points. As a result, it can be hard to tell exactly how far away it is and how fast it's moving. To fix that, we added a Doppler effect to the engine sound, pitch shifting it based on the gunship's velocity relative to you. It's a subtle effect, but it's extremely effective at subconsciously helping you perceive the gunship's location and direction, critical information letting you know that you're being hunted by it.
Colonel Cobbage is in the basement, Dr. Freeman.
Flying vehicle audio. The large flying enemies in the game present a unique audio challenge. During combat, they're much more mobile than other enemies, and they often move a significant distance away from the player. They're also really dangerous if they have line of sight. So these factors led us to focus on an audio solution specifically around occlusion. In other words, when you can see the enemy and when the enemy can see you. And we wanted to make a clear audio distinction between when they have that line of sight. So the flying vehicle engine sounds are made up of multiple looping sounds that we play simultaneously. And some of those loops are processed by the DSP system based on the space you're in, while others are played directly and unprocessed. So the DSP system adds more of an environment echoing effect when we run sound through that system. So when the flying object is occluded behind something, it can't see you, we increase the percentage of loops that go through the DSP processing, and it sounds like that object is a little more distant. And then when that enemy emerges from behind an object and it can see you, we play more of the direct sound. So that overall just gives you a sense that the sound is either distant and directionless or more directly in your line of sight. And you can sort of hear it when a helicopter emerges from behind a building. Ideally, you can really hear that difference.
All right, we're gonna fight the gunships. Let me just make sure I've got the mods that I need for this fight. Hang on. I didn't save. I didn't have to save. Hang on, give me a sec. Please stand by while we check our mod list. Okay, Half-Life 2 is going to verify my files real quick. How's everybody doing in the stream? How many people we got? 53. Man, we usually get 100. I'm streaming late. It'll be done soon. Oh, it's downloading, that's why. Think that one's working? I think so. Alright. We good? We good, alright. Man, I should just keep that going the whole time. Alright, back to Half-Life 2. Combine gunship. I think this is the first time you fight the Combine gunship. Hey, Buttocks-on. Buttocks-on. I like buttocks. Butax. The Butax is on. Got that Butax. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, time to fight some gunships. Alright, yeah, let me see. We good? Alright. Get in the basement, Dr. Freeman. Come on.
This is no time to be wandering around. The Combine's closing in. Stay with me,
Are
Freeman.
they? Are they wandering? Are they closing in? Maybe I'll just keep wandering around some more. Alright, anyway.
This way. This steerable rocket launcher is our best bet for taking down a gunship. Ah, hello. I'll be right with you. Now, where was I? Yes. Using the laser guide, you can steer your rocket past the gunship's defenses and prevent it from shooting down your rocket. This will only anger it at first, but if you can survive long enough to make several direct hits, you'll be rewarded with a prize worthy of any mantelpiece. Now, who's going to be the lucky one to carry it into combat? Ah, yes. Gordon Freeman. I couldn't have asked for a finer volunteer. Colonel Odessa Cubbage at your service.
Odessa Cubbage. Odessa Cubbage is an example of the kind of cameo character we found works well. He's an entertaining guy with some entertaining details living inside his own little bubble. Since he doesn't leave his scenario, he's free to be exaggerated enough to stand out. We started with his model, which was repurposed from a cut section of the game, and named him after the title of a spam email we received. The model was originally a Norwegian fisherman, and it didn't quite fit as an Englishman, so we slapped a mustache on him, and in that moment, Odessa's character was born. He's ultimately a charlatan, with everything about him being fake. His accent, his mustache, everything. He would never put himself in danger, making him the perfect person to hand Gordon the RPG and explain exactly how to use it.
To Lighthouse Point. NLO to Lighthouse Point. Come in.
Laser guided RPG. The laser guidance feature of the RPG was a huge headache for us because it was difficult to teach. Many playtesters would fire the RPG and then immediately duck behind cover, which meant they didn't see the rocket's flight path. Even worse, they didn't realize the rocket was now turning around to fly back at them. We tried various HUD elements and laser dot indicators to help, but found that most players overlooked them, focusing on the enemy instead. We made as many small improvements as we could, like emphasizing the feature in Odessa's speech and enhancing the audio and visuals around how the gunship shoots down direct RPG shots. While these changes helped some players grasp the feature, we never reached a point where we felt confident that almost everyone understood it. We even considered cutting the feature entirely, but gunship combat without it was much less interesting. The laser guidance forced the player to keep the gunship in sight while the rocket was in flight, but that also meant the gunship had line of sight back, creating a tension we loved.
Yeah, so I always forget how the fucking laser-guided rocket works until I remember. It's always like, oh, that's right, you fucking aim it with your mouse. Alright, let's see what we got going on. Oh! Damn, something's interesting about that gunship. Does it have titties? Does it have fully modeled big natural titties? Damn. Them things thangin'.
Here, take this med kit.
Thanks. Where is it? Where is it? Oh man, look at them titties. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh, not. He won't get me, titty copter. Bahanaga hoogs! Hangalanga no no logangas! Ah, fuck. Out of my way! Get out of my fucking way! NPC? Alright, you're gonna kill me, lady. Real Donhan Bonkaroos. Okay, seriously, you need to move. Alright. Colonel Cabbage. Need more rockets, Colonel. Real Doban Hunkaros. Alright, come here. Okay, you guys, NPCs, please move. You're ruining the fight. Alright, where is it? Where's the titty copter? There he is. Oh shit, the titty! Things were coming right at me. Almost died by fucking combine titties. Let's see. Oh, did we blow up the big naturals? I think we did. That mod is called Fully Modeled Big Natural Combine Assault Chopper. It's a must-have.
Get
I think
going,
another
Dr.
one
Freeman.
shows up, right?
We know Eli Vance is depending on you.
Error.
Good luck in Nova Prospect, Dr. Freeman.
How do you know I was going there? Who told you my plans? My fear every time I hug a woman is exploding titties. Me too. They do that, I've heard. I mean, I've never touched any boobies, but I heard they explode and they're very dangerous. Why you should always avoid women at all costs. Don't clip that. Alright, anything else to find, or are we off? Yeah, it's true. If you circle around women, they can't shoot you down. Just like a combine helicopter. Am I supposed to go talk to what's his name again to open the gate?
Well, that's that. I gather you've disposed of that gunship, Dr. Freeman. Your reputation, sir, is well deserved. I shall have someone open the gate for you immediately so that you can drive on. I understand that Dr. Vance is in great need. Use extreme caution when approaching the bridge. Radio silence from that outpost leads me to believe it has come under Combine control. Still, you're clearly the right man for the job. You'll make it through if anyone can. Farewell. And please tell Dr. Vance that Colonel Cubbage regrets not having been able to rescue him in person.
You lie. The Freeman.
The Freeman must now hurry on. The Eli Vance is held in distress, most dire.
Okay. Aiding advice. Try circle strafing. Correct. Circle strafing works in any situation.
NLO to Lighthouse Point. Come in. This is Colonel Cubbage. Come in, please. Bring your car up here, and I'll open the gate for you.
Alright. It's true. Half-Life 2 has advice for all situations. When in doubt, just play Half-Life 2.
Drive safely.
Yeah. Let's go. Hang on. This ain't. Hang on. There we go. Oh shit, this is where we were before. Fuck you. Oh shit! Oh! It's not very initial D of me. There we go. Alright, we back. That jumper not working. Shit! Street racers don't need gravity guns.
D2 Coast 04. This map was actually the first area of coast that we built, before the crane and other elements existed. The drained seabed and rusted ships were some of the earliest pieces of art direction we developed. Years later, we showcased the map in our 2003 E3 demonstration, though much of the gameplay was still being figured out at the time. As a result, when we began building out the entire coast section, that demonstration became a useful vision for us to work toward.
It do be a vibe. That bridge looks really good. I mean, the whole game looks good, but like some of the stuff with the new water and everything. Games will never look more realistic than this, kids.
Audio over distance. The large-scale spaces in the coast maps led us to seek an audio solution for how sound changes over distance. So for instance, in these maps, an enemy can be well over 100 yards away, and their gun should sound different at that range than when it's up close. We decided to store our sounds in a single stereo file with the near sound in the left channel and the far sound in the right channel. And then during playback, we crossfade, or we change the proportion of sound you hear between those two channels based on the player's distance from the sound. And it was a simple solution that worked well. It helped us with memory constraints. You can easily hear it in action. Just listen to how a Combine soldier's gunshots change as you drive towards them.
That's true, it do that. Yeah, every good level needs a fucked up bridge. Look at that fucked up bridge. That's a goddamn good looking fucked up bridge. I think you guys missed it too. I ran over a guy and I got the Wilhelm scream and it was perfect. Hey, Captain Wayne's sick. Oh yeah, somebody asked if there's any upcoming boomer shooters that I'd recommend. The one that I really like in early access is Wizardum. It's like an 8-bit Hexen-like. It's really, really good. It has a level editor. Yeah, Captain Wayne's really cool. Those same guys are making Anton Blast, which I think is out like tomorrow? And if you like Pizza Tower, well, Anton Blast looks like the game for you. Alright, this is the part where I have to pick the car up myself, right? So we're gonna put it over here. Would you fuck off? Goddamn antlions. Ow!
We wanted the buggy to be more than just a means of travel, so we decided to attach a gun to it. We chose the Tower Cannon,
Get him, Antlion!
a Half-Life 1 weapon we liked, but hadn't found a place for it in Half-Life 2. The Tower Cannon can shoot through walls, which makes it tricky for level design, so we limited it to the coastal section. Once you introduce wall-penetrating weapons, level design becomes much tougher. Furthermore, we mounted an ammunition crate on the back of the buggy, giving the player unlimited SMG ammo throughout coast. This was especially helpful for playtesters who struggled with the infinite antlions spawning from the sand.
Is the echo really bad when they're talking and my mic is on? Because otherwise I'm just turning my mic on and off for the for those bits. See if I can get this guy. Boom, headshot. Boom, headshot! I used to know that guy, Joel. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Crane. The crane took a lot of fine-tuning to get right.
It's fine, cool. I don't have to mute my mic then.
So much physical force was always risky, given the limitations of our rigid body physics and destruction technology. For example, the magnet was never going to fully meet player expectations for something with that much mass. But because the crane was stationary, we could carefully choose everything within its range and fine-tune as needed. Fortunately, most players didn't seem to notice its rougher edges, likely because of the sheer novelty of interacting with something like it in a vaguely realistic physics environment.
Your opponent, those were the days. I got you. Oh, wait, whoops. Right, I gotta let it go. Stop shooting at me. Alright, hang on. Oh, get that barrel. There we go. Yeah, I think what they want you to do is like drop the crane, extend arm. You could drop it on them, but I'm lazy. Do I have to lower this with the crane too? Fuck's sake. I guess I do. Oh, that's right. You can grab the containers and swing them around. Yeah. Oop. Other way. Alright, we're using the crane. We're using the container. Let's go. Let's go. Come here. Come here. Come here. Close enough. Ah. 10 points. Yeah, it has good achievements. I think, how many achievements do I have in this game? 43 of 69. Also, I love that it has 69 achievements. Very mature game. Wilhelm. Oh, I missed both of them. Where'd you go? Oh, now you don't. There's a door here. Yeah, we full on health and stuff now. Boom, save. Oh, no, good stuff. Hit. Hit, grenade. Hey, boys. Alright, anyway. See a node? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Gloomwood Hell's going well. We're getting close. We're almost there.
Our physics system is based
We want
on
to release the
rendered
Hive
bodies,
yesterday,
which
then
means
today
it
we're
doesn't
still,
support
we're
any
still fixing up a few
deformation
things.
or destruction of objects.
And, changing the
If
ending
a
at the
physical
last second.
object is hit by something, it can move if allowed, but otherwise nothing happens. So, when you drive the buggy through a glass window, we have to employ some trickery to make things work as expected. Because the window is fixed in place, the physics simulation will actually bounce the buggy off the window. But it does notify our game system that a collision occurred. The game system handles destruction, so it breaks the window into glass shards and tells the physics system to start simulating them. Crucially, the game system also tells the physics system to restore the buggy's state to where it was before the collision. This ensures that the next time physics is simulating, the buggy will drive freely through the now destroyed window.
Oh, the titties! Oh, the titties!
This process does produce a one-frame hitch in the buggy's physics, as it briefly stops and is teleported back to the instant before the impact. We're sorry if knowing this has made Half-Life 2 totally unplayable. But after watching playtests at the time, we decided we actually liked the momentary hitch. It added to the sense of impact.
Oh.
Opportunistic moments. Some memorable moments in the game come from the interactions of multiple game systems, but sometimes we realize these moments are likely to happen only rarely. When that's the case, we often wish more players would experience them. There's a tension here. The more we know players will encounter something, the more effort we can put into it. But if it feels too artificial, the moment can come across as forced, and players may not respond as positively. The gunship cinematic death is an example where we nudge things a bit, trying to increase the chances of a memorable moment without being too obvious. The design of this area and the gunship's flight path make it likely that the player and the gunship are in the right spots when it dies. If they are, we trigger the gunship's crash into the cars. If not, it dies in the usual way. It's totally gaming, but playtesters didn't seem to mind when the moment played out well.
Load screen. Oh no, the balls. Oh, that's right, they attach to the car.
Roller mines were created to fill the need for an enemy that could threaten players while driving the buggy. Since the player in the buggy was essentially a fully physically simulated entity, we thought it would be interesting to also have a physically simulated enemy. The manhack had already shown us how this approach could lead to an enemy with lots of interesting interactions with the world. So we built the roller mine, a ball whose movement is entirely driven by generating torque on itself, and iterated on its behavior until it's fun to drive against. Roller mines aren't particularly dangerous to the buggy, but if you let them stack up, they can become a problem, especially near a cliffside. We also made sure they worked well when the player's on foot, allowing level designers to get a few extra encounters out of them.
That's true. Get off my buggy! Get off me buggy. And come here. Fuck off. No, it's gonna come back. And better not. Ah. Die already. Ah. Surprise, motherfucker. Alright, what do we got in here? I need some healthy stuff. There we go. And as we learned in the first stream, the crates will actually give you what you're lacking. They are random. Well, they're not random. They are not. They're not predetermined. So whatever, if you need health, they'll give you health. If you need energy, they'll give you energy. If you need ammo, they'll give you ammo. Which I did not know until one of these nodes told me that. I was like, wow, that's such a good idea.
Ambush. One of the general challenges of a Half-Life style FPS is that the player is constantly moving forward into spaces they don't know. This means that when they find themselves in combat, they're in unfamiliar areas with no knowledge of how to approach the fight. We use many different methods to help the player with this problem, and this ambush is one example. Upon arrival, the player fights a group of combine among these houses. During the fight and the exploration afterward, the player has the chance to learn the arena layout. Then, when the player explores up into the static, we spawn a second wave of combine. In that second fight, the player now has the advantage of knowing the layout, allowing them to make more tactical decisions in defending against the ambushers.
Fucking done. I was gonna shoot them with a RPG, but I didn't get the chance. The bad thing about those subtitles is that like they block half my screen. Alright, I think I got everything in here. Okay. Some more ammo. Whoa! No, 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 no! No, 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 no! No, no, no! No, no, no! Shit! Buggy, no! Buggy, come! Buggy! Oh, God. No, Buggy, no! Buggy! Fuck. Ah! Alright, Buggy, don't go off the fucking side this time. Ooh, sniper rifle. Oh, it's the crossbow. Duh.
Crossbow. This is the player's first opportunity to get the crossbow in the game, and looking back, it's somewhat surprising we didn't gate it. It's entirely possible for the player to drive right past it. To make that less likely, we set up the roadblock and vantage point to encourage players to get out of the buggy, at which point they'd spot the crossbow and item crate. Playtesting showed that almost every player stopped and collected the weapon, but this is a case where the difference between playtesting and real play might matter. A playtester who's been playing since the start of Coast may not be as
come on, I'm trying to lead him.
as someone who's been playing from the very beginning of the game. So, we placed another crossbow a few levels ahead, directly on the player's path in Nova Prospect.
Neato. No, 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 no. Fuck's sake. Okay, come on, Bug. No, no, alright, whatever. That should work. I should have seen that coming. Shit.
Medical. Administered.
Yeah. Alright, need some health. No, not the mines. Yeah, take that. You, fuck off. Oh, good old Wilhelm.
Gas station.
Ah!
We had grand plans for this encounter. We envisioned building a gas station that the player would fight around, likely igniting the gas tanks and setting fire to everything. We imagined the player driving away from a raging fire, but budget and performance were harsh constraints in 2003, and the station had to keep getting smaller and simpler to fit into Coast's large levels. Our plans for a dynamic fire system didn't materialize, and building it no longer made sense. There's always a limit to how much work we can justify for a single encounter. In the end, the only remnants of our original vision are the explosive gas tanks.
Fuck. Yo. That's right. They do explode. Kaboom. Yeah, not very exciting. Whatever. Oh, there is a health there, okay. Anything around here? My car! Another level transition. another titty ship. Oh, he's stuck. The titties are stuck. There you go.
Occlusion. In Half-Life 1 and much of Half-Life 2, the world consisted mainly of enclosed tunnels and corridors, which worked well with a binary space partition, or BSP tree. Essentially, this tech allowed us to quickly sort through the geometry and determine what might be visible in the player's view. But the open areas and coast and other outdoor sections didn't suit that approach, so we needed some new tech. Area portals were one, allowing us to carve out the world into discrete chunks separated by portals. Doors and windows,
Portals?
that is, not aperture science ones. We also developed an additional occlusion system, which basically said that if the player can't see through, over, or around a large object, don't render what's on the other side. This might seem an obvious thing not to do, but it takes some work to make sure that calculating what's on the other side of the big thing isn't slower than just rendering everything. So to make that calculation fast, level designers placed large occlusion volumes inside major terrain shapes and big occluding objects like buildings, and during rendering, we could then test the bounds of entities against these volumes to avoid rendering anything the player couldn't see.
The occasional Wilhelm mod is a great mod. Oh, there's a zombie down there. Oh, you stupid. No, no, fucking...
Blood toxin levels.
Alright, you win, zombie. You win that one. Yeah, we got more nodes.
Terrain and performance. Our performance budget was often a significant constraint when it came to combat, and even more so for combat on terrain surfaces. When NPCs move, they perform many small spatial probes to determine if they can safely navigate their chosen path. To help visualize it, imagine they can't see and are constantly waving a stick in front of themselves to check if the way is clear. The performance cost of these probes increases with the complexity of the world geometry. Our terrain displacement system creates uneven surfaces using many polygons, far more than the perfectly flat floors found elsewhere. This meant that NPCs moving on coast terrain were more resource-intensive than in other areas, and that constraint dictated the scale of many encounters in this section of the game.
Interesting.
Detail objects. Once we had outdoor
Oh yeah, we're getting up to
sections
the
running,
bridge next.
it was clear they needed some form of high-frequency detail.
That's a lot of people's
So we
favorite
added
set piece.
small
It is a
foliage
very cool
elements,
set
like
piece.
grass and shrubs
How do we
across
get
the
up there?
displacement terrain. But we knew we couldn't afford, which is to say we didn't have the time, to hand-place them all. So we built the detail object system, which generates small foliage elements automatically based on the displacement material. Each material specifies the type of foliage to place, along with a set of parameters. At map compile time, the system calculates random points on the surface and selects foliage to place there. Given performance constraints, there was still a fairly complex hand-authoring process for foliage texture sheets, allowing us to render all of them in a single pass.
What was that? Oh my god, get off. Almost out of ammo for this thing.
Ammunition depleted.
Fuck you. I'm gonna waste all my goddamn ammo. Alright, to the bridge. Oh, I got some ammo. Yay. It's supposed to be what it's like to live in Australia. Basically, yeah. There's giant poisonous spiders everywhere. Ah, thank you for the help. That's how you know I've been playing Gloomwood, because I'm pressing F instead of E. Whoa, spooky scary. The bridge. There's gotta be a node here, right? There's one up there. It's up this way.
The bridge.
The bridge.
This bridge section was inspired by the Deception Pass Bridge, just up the road from Valve's office. We initially built this section as a pure navigation puzzle, gradually layering more gameplay into it. It also became the primary test case for our players' edge friction. In our movement system, we subtly increase friction on the player's deceleration as they approach the edge of a surface. Players have never noticed it, likely because it aligns naturally with their goal of stopping at the edge to look down, matching human tendency to move more slowly and carefully near a drop. But it's a critical feature for this part of the game. We know this because at one point during development, we accidentally broke it, and suddenly all of our playtesters started repeatedly falling to their deaths.
Well, yeah, great set piece. Great music here, too. Great wind. Yeah, if you mod this out, so they obviously, as you can see, there's a lot of fog here, so you're not only because it's more performant, but it focuses your vision, like, right down the bridge, so you're not, like, looking out at the sky. Just a great piece of fucking game design here. Alright. Time to bridge. Yo, come on! Thank you for following. Don't subscribe, we don't want your money. Going down here. No. Yeah, this shit still makes my hands sweat. Oh, don't look down. Oh.
Bridge playtesting. The bridge section was always a high point in playtests, with testers consistently having strong reactions to it. The tension they felt while slowly making their way over the girders was visible in their movements. Over time, we layered more challenges into the traversal, and playtests only became more entertaining to watch. From the train rumbling across the bridge and shaking the player, to a surprise head crab in a shack that seemed like a safe haven midway through, we did feel a little guilty relishing the playtesters' visible stress, but we weren't total monsters. After players made it across the bridge, they'd breathe a sigh of relief, disable the Combine shield, and then realize they had to return across the underside. Concerned they might be bored on the second trip, we decided to add a gunship to keep them company out on the girders.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, my hands be sweating when I do stuff like this. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. I need health.
Bridge gunship. We were particularly happy with the gunship fight, despite it being tricky to set up given the level geometry. Being on the underside of the bridge allowed the gunship to move fully around the player, using all 3 dimensions to position itself above and below at different moments. The girders provide plenty of high-frequency cover, creating opportunities for the gunship's fire to produce a fun and dynamic visual and audio display.
Yeah, we missed the bridge shaking because I was in a node. wanna. It's scary. I don't wanna keep going. Fucking ass crabs. That ass. I need those. Instagram crabs, yeah, they got that ass. BBL crabs. BBL crabs. BBL head crabs. Up by here, combine. I have some fucking precision. Wilhelm. Yeah, this was a Souls game. This would be the fucking critical path out here. Miyazaki designed Half-Life. You'd have to go around the sides. Where the fuck did y'all come from? How much do we apply in the stuff we develop? Like, a lot, because our games are still made like this. Our games still require us to, like, hope that the player looks at things and plays things the way we want to, and we have to watch people play and use early access to see if they're actually playing games the way that we want them to, or at least the intended way. You know, nowadays when people make games like, you know, like AAA games, they pretty much force you to see everything they want you to see, because God forbid the player doesn't fucking look up at a thing. They're not like, oh, we have to come up with a clever way to get them to look up. They'll just take the camera and make you look up, or, you know, show you a big cutscene. And it's funny that, like, half the nodes are like, well, we hope the players would do this, and they didn't, so we had to find another way. And that's kind of the same way it is with us making our games. Because we still make games. This game studio still makes games the old-fashioned way. Do you mind? I can do that too. Yeah, cover everything in yellow paint. I don't mind the yellow paint stuff when it's like integrated well, like it looks like it's part of the world. They've got it in Stalker and it looks fine. Yoink. Stalker 2 is great, but it's the performance sucks and it's kind of janky and stuff. I mean, it's Stalker, so yeah. Yeah, it's the thing that bugs me the most about it right now is how the AI is kind of fucked up, and that was really bugging me. So I'm gonna wait till they put out a few patches already to fix some stuff. But I'm gonna wait a bit until there's like a ton of mods and performance and stuff is really good, then get back to it. I'm not in any rush. But yeah, it's pretty great. I'm excited to see where it goes. In a year, it'll be like the most immersive photorealistic game ever. They'll be using Stalker 2 to fake fucking war footage in Ukraine in like within the next year. Mark my words. Like they used to, you know how they used to fake, fake shit with Arma, and it would end up on the news because you know the mainstream press can't tell the difference between video game graphics and real life. That's gonna be Stalker. It's gonna be like, oh my god, there's mutants in Ukraine. Have you seen this? Honey, come quick. Oh no, the titty copter. not a good place to fight the titty copter. Maybe I can get a shot in here. Boom! Look at them things! Ah shit, I got no ammo. Whoa! Alright. Not nice. Run for it. Alright, where's the ammo? It's in that one over there, huh? Hey, stop taking my health as soon as I get it. Stop shooting me. Stop shooting me, I need to live. I need to live, I'm important for humanity. Hello? Okay, whatever, fine. Come on, Gordon, get up there. Alright. Give me my ammo, please. Alright, titty copter. Titty, your last titty. Where'd titty copter go? Sure. Ah! No! Gordon, why can't you hold an RPG and climb at the same time, you fucking loser? Where'd it go? The rocket's still going. Alright. Titty copter annihilated. Good job. Alright, now we have to go back. And they make it a little easier going back. Ooh. Not a lot easier. Ah! Oh, that's why they put this down there. Oh, my hands are sweating. Alright, we did the bridge. Yay! Oh, we gotta go that's where we go. Oh look, he's fighting the antlion, that's cute. Oh shit. Ow. Don't mind. How did he get me? Wilhelm. Died.
Warning. Seek medical attention.
Seek medical attention. What do you want me to find a fucking doctor out here?
Lacerations detected.
Where's the buggy? I forgot where I left it. Oh, I drove it up there, that's right. Look! Away! Alright. I think we're good. Ammo. Shit. 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 Ah! It got stuck. Alright, try this again. What? I made it. You're full of shit, game. I made it that time. Alright, let's go again. There we go. You gotta keep your foot on the gas fully the whole time. I'm surprised there's no, there was no note about that? Shut up. It's gotta be. They talked about it in the documentary. Maybe there was one, afterwards. To go back. Whoop. Come on. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no! No, buggy, no! That's it. Alright. Alright, we're doing it again. Because, you know, I didn't play the initial D music. That's what did it. Hand traps. This is when you get the little squishy boys. Honk.
Transitions later. After stringing together a few levels with dark tunnels as transition spaces, we realized we could subvert player expectations by building another one that appeared to be a transition, but instead contained something else. Like everyone else, we saw 28 Days Later in 2002, loved it, and immediately wanted to create an escalating zombie encounter in one of our dark tunnels. It came together quickly, and we were pleased with the result. Years later, we met Alex Garland, the writer of the film. He had played and enjoyed Half-Life 2, and we confessed that his movie inspired this section.
Hey, apparently they're making 28 years later now? Sure, that'll be good and not at all terrible.
Flashlight power. The decision to have both Sprint and the flashlight share the HEV's suit power was a controversial one in Half-Life 2. Initially, only Sprint used suit power, which made sense as it was meant to be only a short burst of speed. The flashlight, on the other hand, could be used indefinitely, but playtesting revealed an issue. Players often left dark areas without realizing their flashlight was still on. In brightly lit open areas like Coast, our performance budget couldn't support the flashlight being on continuously.
Oh, shit.
So we needed a way to turn it off without player involvement. Limiting its power seemed like a simple solution, with the benefit of adding some tension to dark areas too. The challenge then became, what resource should it use? We already had suit power, didn't want to clutter the UI with a new resource just for the flashlight. We toyed with the idea of other player abilities using suit power, thinking it might be interesting to have players make trade-offs between them. This is a good example of game design often being about choosing between imperfect solutions. We didn't love the idea of Sprint and flashlight sharing a resource, but we also didn't want multiple resources cluttering the UI. In Episode 2, with no plans to add anything else that consumed suit power, we ultimately decided to give the flashlight its own separate resource.
Yeah, it echoes with my mic. Yeah, it's I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast, but it picks up other voices. So it doesn't pick up anything but other voices. And I can't train it to only pick up my voice. So if somebody else is talking, I have to mute my mic. Or else it echoes a little bit. Yeah, I'm on NVIDIA broadcast. That's why you can't hear this. Works very well.
Ramming zombies with the buggy. As human beings, we have expectations for our physical world, as mentioned a few times in this commentary. One of those expectations is, if you hit a zombie with your car, it should get absolutely booted into the air. But getting this effect in-game isn't as straightforward as it is in the real world. For performance reasons, enemies like the zombie use a simplified collision box during gameplay. This is a box that fits snugly around the zombie with no part of the model sticking out. But when the zombie dies, it's converted into a ragdoll with more accurate, per-limb collision boxes, though this is more expensive to simulate. This change in collision representation adds further complexity when you ram a zombie with the buggy, beyond just the frame hitch. When the buggy first collides with the zombie, it touches the zombie's simplified collision box. The game then kills the zombie, converting it into a ragdoll that the physics system begins to simulate. Now, with more accurate per-limb collision, the closest part of the zombie may be several inches away from the buggy. As a result, the next time the physics system simulates, the zombie starts falling from gravity because the buggy is no longer pushing it. While it's only a short moment before the buggy reaches the zombie again, this small discrepancy made ramming zombies unsatisfying. They often fell out of the player's view. To fix this, we saved the force the zombie's collision box received when hit by the buggy, and applied that same force to the ragdoll after conversion. We also added a slight upward force to the ragdoll, launching it a bit. With these tweaks, zombies reliably folded over the front of the buggy when hit, which better matched player expectations.
Yeah, it scrubs anything, pretty much anything but my voice and other voices NVIDIA broadcast makes go away. It's pretty great. Alright, what time is it? Are we gonna do sand traps? Alright, it's 10:22. I do have some work to do. I gotta go work on Gloomwood Hive and Blood West stuff. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, yeah, I do gotta get to work. And how long is sand traps? Maybe we'll do sand traps next time and I'll try to get the achievement. I don't think I have that achievement. I always like this house. I think there's an interesting story behind this house. Oh, I can't get it with the commentary enabled. Oh, that's right. Commentary disables achievements, right? Can I turn off commentary per chapter?
D2, Coast 9. Late in Coast development, we reached a point where our game code was far enough ahead of our level design that our gameplay programmers were looking for more code to write and new tasks that could help Half-Life 2 ship. This was largely due to the demands of Coast levels, which placed a heavy burden on our level designers with their sheer scale and extensive terrain usage. As a result, our gameplay programmers began designing smaller scale encounters. Later, when our level designers caught up, they created this level by stitching together 3 separate encounters from the programmers and performing all the necessary finishing work to prepare it for release.
I could do that and try to get the achievement next time. But then we'll miss some commentary notes. I don't know, we'll see. I'll have a think on it. Actually, I'm not gonna be here next Monday. I'm going to LA for the Game Awards. I'm leaving Sunday. Yeah, I might not be able to do another stream for like another month until I'm back home in New Zealand. I'm going to I mean, I could use my laptop, but It's not like I'm a fucking professional streamer. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'll have a think on it. Yeah, I'll have to do this entire section again. Fuck off! Oh, I love physics. Go away! Yeah, I can wait till I get back. Let's put this over the edge. I'll save here. Bye! Oh, right there. Thought it was a cliff. Anything else here I could pick up? Damn, look at that low-res lock. Oh, they're here. Hi guys, you're still here. Hey, how's it going? You miss me? Fuck you. Bye. Alright, cool. Alright, I'm gonna go get to work. It's we got some videos to do. Working on Bloodwest DLC announcement trailer. Working on Gloomwood Hive, obviously. Working on Cyber Monday deals tomorrow. Cyber Monday. We're doing new deals. Different than Black Friday. Doing an NSFW, not safe for work sale. All the horny Ultra Kill shit's going on sale, so we can get rid of it. Just kidding, but it is going on sale. And I think we're giving free shipping on orders over $69 because we are mature adults. Yeah. But before that, we need... Alright, thanks for watching. What else? I gotta record that thing tonight. Yeah, it's the funny number. Yeah, thanks for watching. Highway 17 is one of my favorites, so that was fun. It was interesting learning about the, I liked the seagull that shits on the buggy. I didn't know that. That was interesting. The bridge was good. I always liked that section. Yeah, Highway 17 is just really good gameplay all around because you get to build these little encounters. Like they talk about where it's just like you drive up to a thing and like wonder what's gonna happen here, and it's like a little bit different every time. So it's just, and you play it different every time. Like I don't think I've ever played Half-Life 2 the same way. Like you never use the same weapons, you never go around the houses the same way. It's always just it's just systems interacting, and it's like it's Peem. Anyway. See you guys next time. Yeah, I'll see if I can get that Sand Traps achievement next time we go, but it'll probably be like in 2025, because I'm heading to LA for the Game Awards and home to New York for Christmas to see my mama, and then yeah, then I'll be back here in New Zealand. So we'll do some more Half-Life, and I will install more mods. You got to see the big Bon Hanaga hooves on the Combine airships. And that was worth the price of admission. Alright. Thanks, guys. Gloomwood Hive soon. Bloodwest DLC soon. Cyber Monday deals tomorrow. NewBloodStore.com. 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 NewBloodStore.com.